Hello. Hey, you guys are online as much as I am. Christar, Josh, Grunge's Dan Leo Escobar. Hey, Matthew Hill. What's weather like? I gotta look outside. Hello. Hey from Brazil. Hello from Tacky Town. T-Town. All right. Hey, Tenveer. Hey from Mexico. Right on. Netherlands. UK. Canada. Hey, Kurt. Hey, Kurt's on here. Bosnia, Brazil. You're making me want to travel around the world. Houston. I've played in Houston. I played at Emo's one time with Zeke. Not in Zeke, but the low levelers in Zeke. Tell us something from the Red Hats. Oh, they kind of. Well, when they opened for, or no, actually Nirvana opened for them. So it was Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers at Tempe, and I've never been a big Red Hots fan, but I watched them. They were all right, Um, you know, Red Hots. I don't. I think their older stuff was more rocking. Hey, buddy, you just moved. Yeah, cool. Hey, all right. You just moved. You moved from Seattle to where? Just moved from Seattle. Kurt was, yeah. Kurt was like, I don't know what you think is normal. I mean, he had a good head on his shoulders. He definitely like, just a good guy. Mellow to hang out with. Courtney killed Kurt. We're not getting into that. You can email me. Nirvana played number Houston, Dave Grohl. Oh yeah. Sleeping in a punk house. Who's there? I'm doing all right, thank you. Danger Mouse. Yeah, Kurt Flansburgh was in Danger Mouse. So Kurt was an old friend, Kurt Flansburgh. Kurt, that's where I first met Tracy Miranda, is with Kurt, who sang in Danger Mouse. I haven't talked to Dave Grohl since '93, but I think we would remember each other. He's in a band with an old friend from a band from Tacoma in Seattle called Nate Mendel, the bass player for Foo Fighters, was in Christ on the Crutch. He was in uh, that band, the band that I was in. We played a lot of shows with and went on tour with. So like my possibility of like being in contact with them, over the next few years or something, easily I could, I'm not gonna seek out Dave Grohl like, hey, it's me, Perky. I'll just, you know, hopefully I run into him, and we shall meet again. Calvin Johnson, again, like Calvin's always been cool. He put out the cassette tape for Noxious Fumes, and also a couple comp cassette tapes that had Noxious Fumes on it. And the first release of the Melvins, really rock and rail, was the one me and my brother put out, and Dave French. But Kay put out, it's called Let's Kiss. That's who do you think he met? Kelly DeWitt, Jessica Hopper. God, I've never met either of them. You don't want to know. You don't want to know what I think of Kelly. I don't know him. Yeah, Let's Kiss comp. It's a tape. It's probably pretty expensive if you find it. If you find it on eBay, it'll be $100 or maybe less. But it's So it has Helter Smelter by Noxious Fumes, and it has a Melvin song and some other bands on there. What were my my Christmas? You mean New Year's resolutions? I didn't have any really, but I kind of felt like I wanted a good change. Was a big fan of Meat Puppets. You know, I didn't know that Kurt was that big of a fan of the Meat Puppets. If he would have talked to me about the Meat Puppets, I would have said the only album I know is their first album, and it's not that good. It's actually I've listened to it again. It's crazy. It's hard. It's kind of a hardcore album, but it's very original. If you've ever heard it, I don't know, but it's crazy. It's not like Lake of Fire and stuff at all. You know, my brother has a copy of that actually on vinyl. Your thoughts on Elliott Smith? I love Elliott Smith. You know, oh yeah, I think that Kurt would have. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, but there was even an interview with Kurt where he was talking about wanting to do acoustic stuff. So, Kurt say anything imitating or scary? No, not that I ever remember. No, Kurt was not like that at all. He was just he was a friendly, just pretty mellow guy overall. I love the Pixies. You think Nirvana's genre is grunge? Or very different grunge. Okay, I don't know. Classifying. I mean, just that classification happened because of Nirvana, and I don't really know who made it up. I guess Mark Arm or somebody. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can call it whatever you want. Nirvana was pretty original. They're Nirvana. I think that's the whole thing with Nirvana, with alternative bands, is that they were original. It's hard to classify. Um, I don't know if he was into My Bloody Valentine. I wouldn't doubt it. My Bloody Valentine's first EP, I think it is freaking amazing. I love that record. Skid Row and a Friend, best year in opinion during the '80s. What was the best year in it? I don't really have a opinion on that. I think the '80s, so much good music came out. Elvis Cooper, yeah. Daniel Johnston, love Daniel Johnston. Absolutely. Yeah. My Bloody Valentine, that I think it's their first EP. That album is insane. It's so good. All right, Billy Corgan said it doesn't think Kurt. Yeah. Well, I really don't want to go into it. I know people might get mad at me, but you guys can email me and ask me questions about, if you want, about what I think. I just want to keep it private. I don't want to. I don't. I mean, I know some people on here. It's just. I think a lot of you probably feel the same way. I mean, it's hard to have a very, I know what happened. You think you might know what happened. You know. Hey. Music needs another revolution. Yes. Paper Guts is always my favorite. When I should go to Seattle. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. If you guys come to Seattle, actually, I'm hoping next month, now that I don't have a car, I'm not going to be driving up to Seattle. So, next month on February 20th, maybe we can do a meetup in Tacoma. And if somebody else wants to drive me to Seattle, I'll do that. All right? So, yeah. So we'll meet in Tacoma. And if somebody else has insurance and wants to drive me to Seattle, we'll go up there. I can take you some places around. I live by where Nirvana, they took their first band photos. It's right by the Narrows Bridge. So it's a pretty cool spot. I think you guys will dig it. But I'll let you guys know. Seattle kind of sucks now. I mean, I'm sorry, Seattle people. I lived up there for 10 years, okay? So, in a sense, I lived through Seattle without living there. Then I lived in Seattle. And then I moved because, to me, it was losing, all the big businesses came in and just, I mean, tearing down old clubs, and there's condos where you wouldn't believe it, and it's depressing. A house in middle of Seattle now is $800,000, for just a in the freaking in the ghetto, or what was the ghetto, right? I mean, it's craziness. So, I mean, I think I moved out at a good time. Yeah, Tacoma's way it's way better. You know, it's probably pretty average in Washington, but I think yeah, Tacoma has a big crime rate too, man. Like actually, I've heard that Tacoma's crime rate is the highest in the nation for the population or something like that. I don't know. I've read that. So Tacoma has a lot of crime for sure. Famous. Let's see. No. Tacoma has played Memphis. I don't know if they ever played in Memphis. Can't really say that. No, it was Chris that lived in Yugoslavia or or whatever. Czech Republic. No, I think it was Yugoslavia. He is trying to send you something I wrote. Black Flag singer. I actually really like the first guy before. What's his name from the Circle Jerks? God, I can't remember his name. I really like that singer. I like Dez too. Dez rocks. Modern Man, Black Flag. All right, man. See ya. Thanks for coming by. I know I can only keep you interested for so long. Yeah, I do want to sell my Univox, actually, but I don't want to ship it. So if you want to come here and buy it, I'll sell it to you. I have somebody else in line, a friend, but if he doesn't want to, Chavo. You're right, Chavo. That's the guy. Nirvana in Houston, I visited. Oh, was that where he got in a fight? Actually, low levelers stayed at that guy's house. I stayed in the van, but I did a video about that. It was weird. So if you haven't seen that video, the guy just posted that. I think that might be that show. It might have been 90 though. I think it was 91. Yeah, I think it was 91. Let's see. Can I do it? Huber saw Kurt won't talk. I know. That's a bummer, you know. I would think Callie should say something, right? I mean, talk about it for a second at least. Have you seen the new Fender guitars? No, I have not. Have you seen the new when 90s beginning you feel anything different? Oh, since the 90s? I tried to read that. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, for a while in Seattle, it was like, it got very emo. Which is alright. I actually like, you know, I got into some early of the emo stuff. It's pretty, you know, pretty melodic and not that bad. But, I mean, Seattle's emo scene was huge in the 90s and early 2000s. Who was Renee? I don't know. Who was Renee? Renee. Star Wars, of course. Yeah, I went and saw Star Wars when I was a little kid. Absolutely, man. Kurt ever play video games? No. He played videos. No, we watched he'd always play me like videos of stuff that they recorded, like the Evergreen stuff. Like he played that for me, you know, after they did it. And he played just some other stuff. He played like there's something called a Pixel Vision. So if you look up Pixel Vision, Kurt and Chris had Pixel Visions. I should do a video on this too. But it records on a cassette tape, video on a cassette tape. And both of those guys had that. And Kurt used to do, and they've used footage in some of their videos. Like I think In Bloom has footage from Pixel Vision. It's very like grainy black and white stuff. Yeah, I do remember Kurt with red hair. That was right around when they played the OK Hotel, for sure. Like he didn't have red for very long. You know, it was like probably like I don't know, like it was after Dave joined the band, somewhere around that. Mossrights are killer, for sure. But you got to be careful, man. If they fall, the neck will break. Organized confusion, I know, but you gotta love it. What else can we do, huh? Any experience 4-track cassette? Yes, I've recorded a lot on 4-tracks. I had an 8-track and a 16-track. What's your favorite Nirvana song? Right now, still Pen Cap Chew, I think. I love Pen Cap Chew. Hey, thank you. You know, I love Sleeper Cell. We might change our name though. I don't know. How are you feeling? I'm feeling all right. I had to talk to insurance people and lawyers, all that great stuff, right? Fun. Fun. But I have a case if I need to take it that far, you know. Oh, well, you know, I have to cover my ass. I mean, for the car accident. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was a car accident. I was in 4 cars, okay? So, just covering my ass. That's it. So if you guys are wondering, you got to watch the last video. I'll tell you all about the car accident. So it was on I-5. I won't say the whole thing right now, as I'm done talking about it. But yeah, I was second out of supposedly 5 cars. I don't know where the 5th car was, but yeah. So I have to be careful. It'll be all right. It wasn't my fault. I know that. I'm not that stressed. It's okay, man. My car's gone. It's crushed. It's like, I mean, I can't drive it because it's in undrivable condition and it's in a tow yard. You know, so talk about negative creep vocal only. John, talk about negative. Well, that was pretty fun to listen to. I don't really, you know, I kind of have mixed feelings. Like, why would somebody upload all of just the vocals? But it's okay. And where'd it come from, right? And with Sawyer, I love his stuff. Fecal Matter. What do you think of Chris Cornell's signature guitar? I have not seen it. Like Slint, I do not know. I've heard Slint. I like what I've heard. I don't know a whole lot about them. I'm not a big Smiths fan. You know, not really. They're not horrible. They're not really a band that I'm not into. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've been to Vancouver. I played shows in Vancouver a few times. Again, soaked in bleach. You know, I'm not going to go there right now, but I have done a video about it. You can email me if you want and ask questions. I'll share how I feel. And I mean, yeah, Kurt liked cartoons for sure. So I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, we grew up on Star Blazers. You know, every morning, our Star Blazers. We grew up on that. I'm sure Kurt watched that every morning, just like myself. That's so yeah. I'm sure he liked that stuff. Let's see. The crew talk about his Fecal Matter tapes. No, never. In fact, my opinion. People ask me that a lot, and I think that Kurt probably didn't like the Fecal Matter stuff that much. So once they recorded the demo at Reciprocal, it was kind of like, Fecal Matter. We'll, you know, not put it in the toilet, but we'll just put that tape away. You know. Play Ibanez once. Do you like L7? Yeah, absolutely. L7 rocks. You ever heard about Kurt painting and drawing? Yeah. Kurt had a couple paintings in the house. One I remember above the couch for sure. It's amazing, you know. I mean, I didn't know he could paint like that till I asked him who painted it, and he was like, "Oh, I did." I'm like, "What?" Amazing. Do you have any more? I have stacks of CDs, you guys. I've recorded stuff. I have like, that's the only thing that keeps me sane is recording music. Have you smashed many guitars in your time? No. I can't afford to, man. I have been to the East Coast with my family to visit Washington, D.C. when I was a kid, but not other than that. Low Levelers toured all the way out to Texas and Missouri. What's your perception on today's punk rock? There's some good. Career Suicide. Check that band out. The first album, especially. The second album's good, but Career Suicide rips. So there is some good punk rock out there today. Yeah, I'm not much of a poppy punk listener, you know. So not a fan of Beat Happening. Calvin's all right in my book, but not a fan. Fun hunting is a great way to recover. Actually, that video was recorded a few years ago, but me and Pat were hanging out yesterday and watching that video. It's so funny, man. I just like, man, you guys got to see this. Pat is just, he has always been one of the funniest friends I've known in my life. He is a comedian. He has some stories. Like there was some part that Jack Black actually got the part over Pat. You know, I mean, Pat was like trying to make it as a musician and as an actor at the same time, and he decided to just go with music. And if he would have gone with acting, you know, who knows what would have happened. But you know, I mean, you do what you do. It's probably good. He didn't, you know, go with. You know, who knows, man. Do you remember Who Touched Moss? I don't know, man. Someday, I don't. Spaghetti. Oh, I know them. Yeah, Spaghetti. I know who you're talking about. The two comedian dudes. Either or is amazing. Dean or Washburn, what's your opinion? Washburn. I want a dime signature. What's that? I don't know. What's a dime signature? Do I sign a dime? Are you going to... Yes, I want to visit Russia. I want to visit all you guys. Believe me. Dime Day Barrel. Old Pantera blew my mind. There's no doubt about it. When they came out, it was like, oh my god, this is like Metallica, but they're doing their own thing. Planning on releasing any solo stuff? I don't know. I mean, if somebody wants to release stuff, that's great. I don't know how much money I have to do it. I could put stuff... I have stuff online on Reverb Nation under Sky Blue Eye. You can look that up. I have like 50 songs, acoustic stuff. Oh, hell yeah, I'll sleep on your couch in Brazil. Believe me. I'm all about Brazil's on my mind. What's your definition of grunge? When you don't take a bath for 2 weeks. Do you ever speak to Courtney? I met her twice. Kurt introduced me to her twice. Yes, The Fall. Pat the Trip Dispenser. Pat the Trip Dispenser song. I love that song. Do you think there's any benefit of a 3-piece or a 4-piece band? I actually like 4 pieces more. But me and Pat and Bob are, I mean, we're like, you know, you can't do that with 3 fingers, or can you? But that's how we are. You know, we're like really good friends, so most definitely. Ever been to Buffalo, New York? Yes. I've been to Niagara Falls, too. Kurt really hate If You Must? I hope not. I love that song. And what do you think of Soundgarden? I love old Soundgarden. Pretty much all Soundgarden rock, man. They jam like 88. Warm up. This dude looks like he would come over and sniff your mother's panties. Is that right, buddy? Well, bye-bye. Let's see if I can delete you right now. I'll delete you later. It's okay. I remember you, Chucky. I remember you, Chucky. Okay. I met your... Alright. Oh, you're my friend now, Chucky? Alright. Hey, man. It's okay. I won't take it personally. I won't get my gat out. I do have it over here. You playing in a band? 2 bands. So I can tell when people are new to the page, and that's okay. There's a lot. You got to go back in the videos. I've posted a lot of music and stuff and stories and all that good stuff. Are you guys bored yet? Did Kurt like High Flyer? Yeah. I mean, that was the first guitar he had. I think... Hey, Chris C. I only just got here. Hi. Internet killed music. Why I talk? Aw. Yeah. I can't, dude. I can't tell if you're a troll or not, buddy. So, it's okay, man. You know what? The world needs some trolls. I know a troll in Tacoma, and I've known him for a while. He sings in a band in Tacoma. He's actually only about 5 feet tall, and he sings. And he's like a little midget. He's like punk rock midget. And he'll fuck with me every time I see him. And now I know he's an internet troll. He's probably on here. Chuck, you're not a troll. Good. All right, you're okay, dude. Sometimes I don't know because word is not the thing, my friend. When you look at something around you and you think of the word, can you look at that thing without the word? Let me ask you that. Can you look at the doorknob and not think of the word the doorknob? Do you look closer at that thing, the doorknob, without the doorknob in your mind? I'm serious. You'll look closer at an object if the word is not in your mind. So, when I'm reading all your words, I have to just read your words. And I know there's somebody behind it, and I won't judge you for it. I'll do my best not to judge you for it. Thoughts on Nirvana's Hollywood rock show? I don't know which one that is. Not a big one. Here you again. Better take your meds. I don't have no meds. All I got is ibuprofen. Help me out. How do you feel about the word word? That's right. What is the word word? What's behind the word word? You're very correct. Let's see. I mean, did dude go out like on a prowl? Oh, shit. I'm trying to keep up. All right. I got mad for trying to keep up last video. It's okay. It's okay, man. You know what? This ain't gonna bother me. You guys just go back and watch my okay, listen for just a second. I'm gonna tell you guys something, all right? Just stop. I did a video in 2008 called the Antichrist Line, and it was an Art Bell like has that show on the radio where he used to, where you'd have paranormal stuff and you'd have the Antichrist Line. And people would call in. He was like, okay, if you think you're the Antichrist, call in. So I recorded it because it actually happened a couple times, and all these crazy people called in. And there was one guy that called in, and he was scary. You can listen, and he predicted the economic collapse in like 1998. You can listen to my videos way back. You'll see about 10 videos of the Antichrist Line. My point being, you guys, there was probably like hundreds of people, haters and whatever, and I just don't care. I don't care. This is nothing. You guys, there's so much love in this now. Like the amount of like people that are pissed off or just whatever, man. Whatever's going on in your, that person's life. I don't care, man. Believe me, the Antichrist Line, go read it. You'll see like hundreds of people that are just pissed off for whatever reason. In fact, a lot of those people left my page after I started doing these videos. They just left, because this is too positive for them. They want to hear how the world's going to end by Nibiru crashing into the earth. And I know, I've looked into that stuff, it scared me too, all right? So, no, we didn't, nope, Guns N' Roses. I've liked Guns N' Roses. I don't dislike the first album. It's okay, because no Solid for President. Though, you know what? I don't think we'll go there. Because it's way more stress than Nirvana ever would have been. Yeah, Axel. I know. Hi. Oh, Paranormal Correct. Hi. I watched some of your videos. Cool stuff. You know about Art Bell. Let's see, did Kurt have anxiety? I never witnessed that at all, Kurt was like really just easygoing guy most of the time, If he, a couple times when I knew that he was drinking, he did do some crazy shit. But not that crazy. Slim Moon said that it wasn't when he was drinking, but I witnessed it a couple times when I know he was drinking, and he did some kind of off stuff. So You guys bored? I'm having fun. You're not bored. I love the Breeders. The first, actually, in my wrecked car, it's one of the last fucking CDs I had in there, was um, Last Splash. Reported. Oh, we don't want to be mean to Chucky. That's okay. Let's see. Kurt's stomach aches. He told me he had a pinched nerve in his spine that led to his stomach. Like that's what they figured out. It caused, See, you guys bring up all these stories, so now they're all coming out now. Look at that, 30 minutes. Can you believe that? 30 minutes, you guys. No, I don't think Kurt liked 30 much. I don't know though. I think Kurt likes some stuff that. What Tracy? I saw Tracy at Goodwill about a year, something ago. I don't see her a lot. She does her own thing, you know. Yeah, Chad's cool. Chad's cool for sure. Last time I saw Chad was Bumbershoot a few years. No, actually, I saw his band play, probably in about 2007. Pain was made up. I don't believe that. You know what? Because Kurt told me about his stomach pain, and he wasn't trying to get drugs off me. So I love Buzz, or I love Buzz. Love. I never thought of that. Interesting, but yeah, I mean, I don't. I think some things that Buzz said about Montage of Heck was right, though. I think, he sensed that it was a lot of bullshit, and I did too. Some of the interviews on there are really good, though. So, there's no doubt about that. But you watch the extended interviews and kind of, what's his face that did the movie kind of pisses me off sometimes. He's talking to Kurt's sister and like, dude, why did you have to ask? That seems just like you kind of lame. That was kind of a lame question, And Kurt's mom. Brett asks some lame questions, and most of the time they're okay, but once in a while they're not. The questions aren't always cool, So, did Kurt love? Yes, he did. I did not know Kurt's family. I never met his sister. I talked to his mom on the phone one time when I had to find their band practice in Aberdeen. She helped us find it. I like Gus Van Sant. In fact, what's that movie? I'll tell you what, man. Last Days is good. Last Days is good. Last Days is like, you know what? It's not Kurt, but there's moments where I sense Kurt more than like the portrayal of Kurt through, visual, like, the whatever they did in Montage of Effect and in between. Last Days is all right, you guys. Last Days is all right. It's not Kurt though, obviously, but I like it. Like that's my favorite of Soaked in Bleach, Montage of Heck, Last Days, and the other one with I've only seen once with Kurt talking stuff. Yeah. Observe. Uh-oh. Speak another language I don't understand. Observe. Here, Killing Joke. Try to see you got. I want to share you some bands. Yeah, man. Send my email. I posted my email. You guys can email me. For sure. I'll have some kind of a post office box at some point, too. I didn't go to any of his residences in Seattle or LA, unfortunately. Only in Olympia. I was very, very close to seeing him in Seattle, but they were on tour and their manager wouldn't get back a hold of me. Michael Mijel. Yeah, Michael. I know. I won't blame him. Alright, you guys. I'm going to head out. I'm just jamming out my drums. Damn right, play your drums. I'd play my drums for you in here if there was room and if I didn't annoy my neighbors, but I can't. But I will soon. I'll do the drum thing. No, Kurt didn't smell bad. People have asked me that. No, I probably smelled worse than Kurt. All right, you guys, we're gonna do it again another time, maybe tomorrow. I dig this. It keeps my mind occupied, and it keeps me like trying to read fast. All right, I love you guys. Cheers. Goodbye. Take care. All that stuff.